What was that story? Welcome to. We're here now. We're invested now.
Are we on YouTube?
We're on YouTube.
And are we recording?
Hey, welcome to 79.
Oh, wow.
Kramer and Jess Uncensored.
That's crazy.
In case you're new to this podcast, we got to give you just really one heads up. And what's that, Jess?
This is like close friends on Instagram. So this is not for, the kids. Don't even have them around. Make sure the AirPods are in. This is supposed to be a safe place because there's no rules here.
We were just about to record with Jess's dad before we came on, something we're doing for Father's Day. And Jess's dad started telling a story about Taco Bell, because we're talking about pet peeves, like the pet peeves our parents had with us growing up.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a cute thing. I mean, I don't know. And first he's like, I can't think of anything. And I'm like, really? Because I have a few memories of you chewing my ass out. So that's a lie.
I think he thinks we were recording because he was all like,
yeah,
Jessica, like, all proper. Like, Jessica, I honestly can't think of anything.
Like, BS. Bullshit. Like, come on. Are you kidding?
I don't believe that at all, to be honest with you.
No, neither
but
do I.
He said something about a Taco Bell story. What was that? We didn't really get a chance to get into it. What was it? What's the Taco Bell story?
So the thing with Taco Bell, like, I had an obsession with Taco Bell. I would always get 3 Taco Supremes with extra sour cream.
Mm-hmm.
And it became like an issue because my mom all of a sudden like cleared our home of anything normal, and it was just like wheat bread, bananas, and like just cold, like no fun Rice Krispies, no sugary cereals. Like I had Cheerios with like no sugar on it, right? Yeah. So when I would not be with her, or when I would be like with my grandparents and everything, like my aunts and uncles thought I was like in prison. So whenever I would go other places, I would like binge eat all the things like I couldn't eat, and I was just like obsessed with Taco Bell.
That's the best part about not being home. I remember one time I tell you the story I think I had before.
But this is as a child though. It was an issue. It's an issue that like I would hide under tables and eat candy.
Because you knew, well, your mom was like super strict with your food.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I had a obsession. I still to this day have a portion control issue, right? Like if I like it, I love it, and I just want all of it, right?
Yeah,
like don't come at me with like a bag of chips, because
it's gone.
If a handful's good, like the whole bag is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
So I was on vacation when I was a kid, and I was obsessed with King cones. You know what I'm talking about? Like the ice cream cones, the pre-made ice cream cones.
I probably wouldn't know what those are, honestly.
You didn't get them.
Didn't get them.
Just a picture. It's like a pre-made ice cream cone that comes in a freezer. You just unwrap it, little foil on it, you unwrap it, you eat it.
Yeah.
I literally ate a whole box of those. My parents went out of town on vacation. Like they went out. I was supposed to watch my sister, so I was old enough to watch my sister, but they went out for the night.
You ate them all.
I ate the whole thing.
In one night?
And I vomited I kept vomiting. But I felt because I was deprived.
Were you?
Like, no, I was fat as fuck.
You weren't deprived.
Fat as fuck. I was a fat kid, man. I'd be fat as hell today too. I have to really limit myself. Like if I don't, it gets fatty, man. It's not cute.
Are you nicer if you're fat? You think?
I feel like I'm funnier because I feel like people are gonna make fun of me, so I make fun of myself first.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's where a lot of my self-deprecation comes from.
I would think you'd be nicer.
No,
because you'd be full and not hungry. I thought you'd be nicer. Maybe put some meat on them bones.
So stupid. We had a topic today on the radio show that I literally had to roll my eyes over because somebody's toxic. Either you're toxic or I'm toxic, and I'm not sure the answer of this. I literally wanted to get into it at 6 o'clock this morning, but it wasn't the time or place.
Why?
So I got to bring on a qualified therapist for this, because I'm willing to admit if I'm a toxic human being, I want to at least know this. But I'm pretty sure
you think it's me.
I'm pretty sure it's you.
That's why you're toxic, because you like to blame everybody else.
I'm pretty sure you're the toxic one between the two of us.
Right.
At least when it comes to relationships. And I think I'm the only one that's got this figured out. Okay, so I'm going to call my therapist friend Leah.
Oh my God, is this about what would you rather win?
Yep,
You're so
sure as hell was.
You're so stupid.
Sure as hell was.
You're toxic because you think no one else can have an opinion other than one that you have.
No, I do.
And you always base everything on your own experience, and it drives me fucking crazy.
I think that your opinion is wrong, and like scary.
Can we?
Just
oh my
it's
God,
not
that
even,
alone, that alone.
it's
Replay
scary.
that. I think your opinion is wrong.
Is toxic.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh my God.
This
Thank
is-
God you're here. I'm already
This is
fucking
how
pissed.
this is how the conversations always start between you two.
I know. We're already in the middle of it.
You know it's bad when we need a third person in, because that's why we just need someone to mediate.
Leah
Okay.
is my therapist friend. She's also the author of a new book.
Oh hell yeah, girl.
It is called Dating Made Easy. And you can get that where, Leah?
You can get it on Amazon Kindle. You can get it on my website at hertrueempowerment.com.
How about
That's so
that?
cool.
Leah, but I would say your favorite topic, would you say, is to talk about relationships when it comes to therapy?
Is it my favorite topic? It's relevant
Okay.
to most of the work that I do. Yeah.
Yes. So I think you'll be a perfect person to find out who's the toxic one in this situation. Me?
I think you're the fact that you even think you're the problem.
I don't think I am.
You
I
are.
think you guys are scary.
You're
Like the way
so-
you guys were answering this question today made me scared for y'all.
No, this just is a testament of how afraid you are and how closed off you are to relationships. Your reaction
All
to
right.
this.
Leah.
This is
Who's
just
scary?
proving.
Leah, here we go. Let's just get into this. And I want you to be honest, okay? And don't, because I feel like you always just gang up on me. I want you to really be honest with this question, okay?
I'm
Again,
always honest.
again.
It's not about ganging up on you.
Exactly. Whenever
Okay.
he thinks someone disagrees, he's taking it as ganging up or it's not them being authentic. That
Okay.
is her opinion if she has that.
Leah,
Okay.
we have, I don't want to say it's a throwaway break, but like on Wednesdays, the first thing that we do when we start the show is called What Would You Rather Wednesday.
Do you have the audio?
And I'm gonna ask the question.
Okay.
And I give two scenarios, like, would you rather this or would you rather, I mean, it's basic as hell, but it's just something.
But it's just nice. We like to do it with the 6 o'clock club because like those are our people.
Right. The answer that I was
Okay.
overwhelmed with today, I literally cringed. Okay. So here's the topic. Would you rather find your soulmate or find your calling in life? Okay.
Would you like me to? I'm going to tell her my answer. You're not going to tell her my.
We can
fucking
both tell our
answer.
answers. How about that? We
Yeah.
can both speak for ourselves here.
Yeah, I love that. Let's keep that
Okay.
same fucking energy. So the first,
Okay.
so when he asked the question, immediately, I feel my answer was soulmate. I said soulmate because this is how I feel with every fiber in my being. This is how I've always felt as like a small fucking child with the emotional ass I was. I have always felt that like I was meant to find someone and like have this just like unconditional love and like from that create a family and have children. Like to me, I've always felt that way. And so I would rather have a soulmate than find my calling. And that's what that's what I said. And also, I know I'll get into more reasoning after that. But that's
what you
what I said.
And which
Okay.
which is fine. That's that.
No, it's not fine.
No, it's
That's
fine.
my truth.
No, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. So then I follow up with that and I say, I would much rather find my calling in life, because what I've learned from being single for so long now is that until I have got myself at a good place in my life, like fulfilled, personally fulfilled, I'm not going to be able to be a good partner for someone else if I'm still seeking that. Now, that's
after
it.
that, though, dude, after we said both of our answers after the fact, he literally was basically telling me I was wrong.
Well, I honestly roll my eyes off the air, because what happened was,
In the text line, there was a mix of answers,
But
and a lot of
most-
most people said soulmate.
but like, I can't imagine my life
Yeah.
without.
And one text that stood out to me, which I agree with, she was
Uh-huh.
making the point of like, I would rather have my soulmate because it's like I know, like I go to work 40 hours a week. I spend the rest of my life with my soulmate, and I can have it like basically like I can have a shit day at work, but I know he's gonna be there at the end of the day.
How many text messages said, I would rather find my soulmate because I don't want to be lonely? Got a bunch of those too. So, Leah, tell Jess she's toxic. No, I'm playing.
Oh my god.
Honestly, when you hear that, you hear both sides here. As a qualified therapist,
You're not gonna like my answer.
Leah, I swear to God.
See, bitch.
Fuck,
Now
No,
what?
but
fuck your
no,
ebook.
no, no, no,
Fuck
no.
your
No,
ebook.
that's
my
not it.
answer-
People are allowed to have a different answer than you.
Okay, honestly, okay, you've heard everything.
So this is the thing: is we're in a really well. I have a couple things, but the first thought is that everyone's entitled to their own response, and
Of course.
what Jess is saying is that it's like she knew when you asked the question, like she knows where she stands, she knows what's her truth, and she knows that this is her. If she had to pick, she would pick finding her soulmate and connecting with this partner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And other people, like yourself, that's not the priority. So there's really no right or wrong answer at all.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, I see why people are picking soulmate. I'm not trying to justify it, because people are freaking lonely. Like, everyone's lonely
Yes.
these days. It's a really hard time. And so I think to know you have this person that is going to be there with you and go through these experiences with you is really important for a lot of people. So I don't find it toxic or find it unreasonable to want that, especially in the world that we're living in now.
Okay, but
And I don't-
not to want it, but to choose to have a partner versus to find something in your life that makes you feel like a whole solid person. That doesn't scare you at all, that people are like, oh, I'll just get somebody else, because then
But-
I'll feel, because that
But
will
what's
forever.
your calling, though? But what is your calling? What do you think your calling is?
I am searching for that. That's
Okay.
what I'm on a search for. And until I figure that out, I'm not going to be in a relationship.
So
Hands
you
down.
don't think?
But that's
How do you identify your calling? Maybe then, because I think our definitions of calling might be different, and that may also help you understand my answer. So, what is your definition of your calling?
I think your calling is when you feel like you're in alignment with where the universe wants you to be.
Okay.
In multiple different aspects.
Okay. So I think a lot of people identified calling as like their profession and what they did. And that's because it's like, some of the texts were like, again, I work 40 hours a week. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'd rather be with the person I want to be
Right,
with.
right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, sure,
So for me,
sure.
when you say calling,
A
I'm
lot
like,
of-
that's how I looked at
and
it.
a lot of people don't have the luxury of finding their calling working like those don't always match up for lots of people.
So we're saying, yes, okay, now if we're saying
do you understand that?
dream job, if we're saying dream job, I think the answer easily is going to be, I'd rather obviously choose a partner, because like, fuck work.
But think
But
about
calling
it that
is
way.
like maybe your calling is like being a mother. Maybe,
Exactly.
Right.
But and that's
Adopted mother.
But maybe so now can you understand now can you understand where I was coming from, because I feel like my calling is part of that, and part of that calling is me, and I want that to be like an all-inclusive, like, family, father, mother, and child, like that to me. So that's where I was coming from, because I feel like that's part of my calling on this earth, to be someone's wife and to be someone's mother. That's how I feel.
How do you feel about that statement, Leah?
I feel like it's fine. I think a lot of people feel that way.
Okay. Listen,
This
maybe
is the thing,
maybe
is
I've
like,
got it
is it-
wrong. I think that
No, but
I
I'm
think that
not-
basing your
but,
worth
Kramer,
on
I'm not
someone
saying-
else's
But
being there is
Kramer, I'm not saying you're wrong either. I think what Jess is trying to say is, like, everyone feels differently about this.
Yes.
Because, like, a lot of people, like and it's funny because I do a lot of work on relationships, and do think that a healthy relationship involves having your own identity and sense of self outside of your partner and in your family and that dynamic.
it's in your new ebook.
No, totally. And I think me
But-
saying that I
but
want to
as-
be someone's mom or someone's wife doesn't mean I'm completely erasing myself, because that's not who I am.
So, exactly. And I was going to say, I used to, like, not hold judgment. I think I was raised in a family, both parents worked. Like, I think a lot of us were, right, of this generation. A lot of us had stay-at-home parents. Some of us did. But there was judgment. But at some point, I'm like, if that's what someone wants to do and feels fulfilled by, like, just being a mom, not just, but, like, that's what they want to do, and that's what makes their heart full, then, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that if they have the means and the ability to do it, right? So I don't know. I just feel like it differs from person to person. There's really no wrong or right answer.
Yeah.
Who's more toxic than
You, because it's like it's like you can't accept that.
No, it's fine. It
not.
was scary. Really, the ones that got me, that made my eyes roll, was when someone's like, I just don't want to be lonely. And to me, that's scary, because you're 100% basing your happiness on someone being there. And that person,
I don't know about that though.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
I
think
do
that's
think
Leah, I
lonely
will not
lonely is
plug your
actually
ebook.
a huge pandemic in this world.
exactly.
And people are suffering. So I can see where people really want connection. And
all
they
right, well,
truly need that.
we're never calling you again.
Ugh, you're so whack.
This is always the answer. This is always the response.
I'm just kidding.
But I didn't say you were wrong. I didn't see Jess was wrong. What I'm saying is everyone's entitled to their own
Sure.
Yes.
response. And I don't think either are toxic. I do think you have. I think some people truly choose work and their passion, not in the or right. So if their work is passion, they choose that over like finding a partner or having a soulmate, and that's their prerogative. There's nothing wrong with that. But I also feel like people really want that connection to share experiences with someone. So I think it's different to depend on someone for happiness versus to be able to share life experiences and build a life with someone.
So
I
you're
think
saying
there's a different thing.
the idea is fine, dependent on it being one specific person can be scary.
Because the question wasn't, do you want your happiness to be based on your life calling or based on
Okay.
your
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's not
partner?
what people
Yeah.
are saying if they pick one or the other.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Whatever. I'm done here. No, it's fine. Leah has got an ebook that you should go download. She'll tell you if you're being toxic or not. Are you washing clothes in the sink right now? What are you doing over here?
I'm getting ready for my workday, man. I
Oh.
have to go into the office.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, why don't you plug
Oh,
your ebook
boy.
one more time and we'll let you go.
So you can find my ebook on Amazon. It's Dating Made Easy. It's on Amazon Kindle. And you can find it on my website at hertrueempowerment.com. And it's $8.99. It's super reasonable. So if you're dating or wanting to explore dating in a way that feels better, that's a really good resource and tool for you.
Aw.
Such a professional. Thank you, Leah.
You're welcome.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I always feel bad because whenever we call Leah, she's like in the
Well,
middle of something.
I literally text her 8 seconds before we go on. I'm like, can we talk to you right now? She's like, no, I'm just really quick. This is important. Just this last time. All right, welcome to the show. Glad you're here. YouTube, happy to see you here. In case you don't know, we also do the show on YouTube Live on Wednesdays. And you can watch us if you just search Kramer and Jess. Jess, we have a special guest on our...
Oh, shit. Hey.
Hassan will be working with us soon. If you're on the YouTube show, this is his best photo that he has supplied for his YouTube.
I love him.
But Tina's here as well. Good morning, and the other folks that are watching, happy to have you here. Thanks for tuning into the show. Jess is worried that a simple action, wouldn't you say this was a simple action
But it means so much.
that Garage Boy made? Could it be a red flag?
Like, I was pissed, actually.
All right. Jess, your shirt's being loved on YouTube, by the way.
Ayy.
Okay. We'll come back right after this. Okay, is this a red flag or is Jess overreacting? You're going to get to decide. And honestly, when... Why is your face already mad? I already know this story, and it's like not that big of a deal, so I don't want to overhype it. Why are you afraid this simple action could have been a red flag?
Because I've been with this fool for 2 years.
Oh wait, that was not supposed to be too happy. Here we go.
I've been with him for 2 years. I could not be more open. I over communicate with this man.
Some may say you're an over communicator.
I'm
If
an
that's a thing,
over-communicator.
then you do it. Yes. No one is ever unsure of Jess's feelings.
There's no feeling I have
left
held-
unturned.
left unturned, kept inside. He knows everything and anything at all times. One of those things is that I hate mustard. I hate it. It's disgusting. I cannot stand it. And he knows this. He knows this because I make him sandwiches all the time. And I say it every time. It's also very clear when I have everything set up on the counter and my shit is completely separate. And he sees that the sandwiches look very, very different, right?
Very clear you don't want it on there.
Very fucking clear.
Okay.
He sees me wipe off the knife. You know, like he has seen this process so many times on top of me sharing with him that I cannot stand mustard. And what the fuck did he do? He got me a fucking sandwich with mustard on it.
Okay, hang on.
Can I?
Wait, hang on. This part is pertinent in the story because I don't even know the answer to this question yet. Did this sandwich come standard with mustard, where he have to ask for it to come off, or did he have to put the mustard onto the sandwich? Do you see what I'm saying?
No, they ask you what you want on it.
So this is like what, like a Subway or something?
No, this was at Sprouts.
Okay, so you.
And I would like to tell you too, this specific place they take their fucking time. They take their time.
They're artisans.
They're never in a rush. They take their time with these sandwiches. They ask you item by item, sauce by sauce.
Yes.
What you would like on there. So he had the power and he deliberately made the decision to put the mustard on my sandwich. And to me, I'm like, all right. So you literally don't give a fuck about me. Like, what more do I have to say? Like, what, like, to me, the disrespect means that actually, I don't know how much you listen to me.
So he had to go out of his way and say, yes, I want that
mustard
mustard
on that sandwich.
On the love of my life, she wants that.
She likes
She
that.
loves mustard.
And I'm like, so what else do you not know? What else do you not care about? Like, what else goes unnoticed? Because to me, I think
Okay.
he's listening to me when he's looking at me, but now I don't know.
So you come home, or he comes home from Sprouts. He's by himself?
Yeah.
Okay. He comes home from Sprouts, got these sandwiches. You open up the sandwich. You say what?
No, I take a bite out of it.
Okay.
So
You're like,
it's already, I took a bite out of it.
it's already in your mouth.
Because why? Because I fucking trusted him. Because I trusted him.
So you taste the mustard.
I taste the mustard.
And you say,
I don't say anything.
you ate it?
I waited. I don't say anything because I'm like, maybe this is a mistake.
You're
because
fuming.
maybe this was an accident. Maybe she used the same knife and this is just on the outside. This is just on the side in the little corner of the sandwich. And I'm so hungry. So I'm hangry on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I continue to eat the sandwich and realize, like, no, there's fucking mustard all up in this bitch.
Yeah, maybe it's from the knife.
And then I just
Maybe. But no, now it's for sure on
yeah. And then at this point, I really, with everything, with all my power, I can't get through half of it. Like, I just can't.
So
And
you tried.
I tried because I was like, you know what, it's fine.
It's
like,
just
I tried.
mustard.
I didn't say anything. And I just stopped eating. And I was just eating chips. And I was just like, because I was just so hurt.
Wait, so you didn't say anything to him?
He was like,
Oh, wait, so you did or you didn't say something to him?
I did.
And what did you say?
Well, he said, he's like, are you done eating? And I was like, there's mustard on it. And he's like, oh, and I was like, I don't like mustard.
Okay,
This
this is the pertinent part. You said, I don't like mustard.
He goes, I didn't know.
Oh my God.
You didn't know? So now you're lying to me? Oh, so now we lie? We lie now? You didn't know? I said, that's funny. Because I've actually fucking told you I don't like mustard like 100,000 times. So
You feel like at this point, after 2 years, you've made it very clear you don't like mustard.
I couldn't make it more clear.
So is it a red flag then?
Yeah.
Roll the credits. You two pop in this conversation.
Like,
Is that a red flag, or is that does Jess just need to get used to this dealing with doofus long-term relationships?
it pisses me off because it's like he does this to me and my family does this to me, which is why I got even more pissed. And I feel like no one cares.
This is trauma.
No one cares
Let's
when
get
I
Leah back
fucking
on.
say. And then they wonder why I pop the fuck off. Then Jessica's the fucking crazy one. Really? Because I'm 29 years old and I have to tell you for the millionth time that I don't like chili.
Mike says it's a red flag. Mike, you be more specific on that because to me, okay, if this was me, I'm over here like it's just mustard. And like honestly, the pain that comes to me is the fact that like your dinner's fucked. Then that sucks because that you're hungry, you're eating chips. It's like you're probably excited about the sandwich, not made right. Hate mustard, especially something you hate, not just made right. Like it's
like I can't
like the thing that you
it.
hate. Is concern. You know that's a concern to me. Erica says it's not a red flag. If you guys could provide more, this is a conversation more than just an opinion.
So what's the solution here? What the fuck am I gonna do?
I think you just have to get used to this with guys. Like Tina says on here.
No.
She says he's just a guy.
I don't want to accept that though.
He's just a guy. This is what we do.
I hate that statement. I'm tired of that statement.
Mike says this is a red flag because what if she had an allergic reaction and emphasized it for 2 years?
Now we're talking, Mike. What would I have done if
You
I
would have
can't
died on
breathe
there.
all of a sudden?
But you don't.
But I could have.
So
I
you
could have.
you-
And so it's like, now do I want this man to be on my fucking emergency contact? Because maybe he doesn't pay attention because I have to hold him what medication I'm allergic to, and maybe he just doesn't care.
No says is that no? Is that how you pronounce that? NOE? No?
No, maybe.
No?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'd say.
No says maybe you told him when he had headphones in.
Just so you can blame him for not hearing you, toxic.
Erica follows up with maybe he hasn't noticed it before. I think, listen, it's all about picking your battles, and I don't know that you want to go to war over mustard. I think this is a fine observation piece for you.
All right. I'm going to keep it in the arsenal.
I think you need to.
So when something really bad fucking
Yes.
happens, I'm going to be like, and you know what else?
The fucking mustard. Then the mustard makes a reappearance.
And then I'll be like, that's how I know you don't pay attention because
I just
X,
think
Y, and Z.
I just think that we as guys are so dumb sometimes. Not dumb, just just not paying attention. We got things going on. You know, like, I don't know. I can't tell you like half the things about anybody I've dated. I don't know. I'm sure they've told me shit that I'm just like, I don't know.
So that really upset me.
Tina says if it was a case she was allergic, then he would have paid attention. So basically, since it's not a high priority.
So anything I don't like, I'm going to say allergic. I say I'm allergic to that attitude. So anything I don't like, I'm just going to say I'm allergic. That's the new me.
I want to go home. We got TV we got to do today. We got phone calls we got to make today. It's going to be a good one. All right, 79. That's all we got for y'all today. Thank you so much for hopping on this podcast, spending your day, your last 28 minutes with us.
Yes.
I'm excited to introduce you guys to a new team member coming on soon.
Yeah.
He happens to be on here now, and he gets bonus points for that, by the way. He doesn't have to be on.
Oh, really?
We didn't ask him to. He's popped on because he's part of the team.
Watch him not even be on anymore.
He's not. He's like, but the show's boring as fuck. Jess, how do we find you?
Just do it. JESSDUITT on social. My podcast, low key.
I am that guy Kramer. Oh wait, he's on here. He just says, "Amen. We have selective hearing. Thank you." That's on. All right, I'm that guy Kramer on Instagram. My podcast is called Certified Mama's Boys, a daily one. So if you just want more podcast stuff, it's there every day. That's it. We'll see y'all when we see you.
Bye.
Hello. Okay.